During Christmas dinner, my wife blurted, "I didn't want you finding out like this, but I'm in love with your brother." The table went silent. I said, "Thanks for telling me." Then I revealed I'd known for months and had been planning my exit. When I announced I was buying out his share of our family business, I, 38 male, watched my wife drop the bomb at Christmas dinner. And honestly, I'd been waiting for this moment. Everyone was there. Parents, my brother and his wife, aunts, uncles, the whole deal. Ham on the table, someone's green bean casserole nobody was eating, typical holiday scene. Then my wife sets down her fork with this heavy clunk. "I need to say something." Everyone stopped mid-chew. "I can't keep this inside anymore. I didn't want you finding out like this, but I'm in love with someone else." Long, dramatic pause. "I'm in love with your brother." The silence was incredible, like someone had hit mute on the whole room. My brother looked like he was going to throw up. His wife's mouth literally fell open. My mom made this choking sound. I took a sip of wine. "Thanks for telling me." My wife blinked. "What?" "Thanks. Appreciate the honesty. Little late, though." "What do you mean?" "I mean, I've known for a while now. Found the texts, the hotel receipts, the whole production. Now everyone was staring at me instead. My brother found his voice. You knew?" "Yeah, gave me time to handle things properly, though." "Speaking of which," I reached under my chair for a folder I'd tucked there earlier. "I'm buying you out of the business, brother. Full valuations in here. 3 independent appraisals. You've got your notice period per our partnership agreement to accept or we go to forced sale." Slid ball. "Also," I looked at my wife, "I filed for divorce. You were served last week. Remember woman at your yoga class who seemed super interested in trying the studio? Process server. Sorry about that." Her face went through about 5 different expressions. "You filed for divorce?" "Yeah. And that marriage counselor we've been seeing? My lawyer recommended her. She documented every session where you swore you wanted to work things out while actively sleeping with my brother. State considers that pretty relevant." My brother grabbed the folder, started flipping through. His face got redder with each page. "This valuation is garbage, way too low. No, it's market rate for a small construction company with aging equipment and inconsistent revenue. 3 different people said basically the same number. You can challenge it, but the partnership agreement's clear. Either you buy me out at valuation, I buy you out, or we force sale. Your move." My dad finally spoke. "What in the hell is going on? Your son's been sleeping with your other son's wife. Also been using company money for hotels. That's fraud." Also in the folder, my brother's wife stood up so fast her chair crashed backward. "You what?" "Babe, it's not you've been screwing his wife with business money. It's technically both our money," I said helpfully. "But yeah, traced about $8,000 in expenses. Hotels, dinners, 1 weekend trip that was definitely not a job site visit." My mom was crying. My dad looked like someone had punched him. My wife grabbed my arm. "We can fix this. I'll end it. We'll do real counseling. You've been to 6 sessions where you lied to the therapist's face about still seeing him. All documented. I'm good. You can't just take the business, not taking it, buying him out at fair market value, or he can buy me out if he's got $250,000 lying around." Spoiler, he doesn't. My brother was full red now. "This is you planned this whole thing." "Yeah, I did." "Well, you two were planning what exactly?" "That part I never figured out." "Ruben asked me to step aside, get divorced, and you just slide in? What was the end game here?" They looked at each other, busted. "Oh, wow, you actually had a plan. You talked about a future together. That's almost cute." "We fell in love." My wife said, "You don't understand. I understand you made choices. Every hotel room, every lie, every time you came home and kissed me, knowing where you'd been. Choices." I stood up, grabbed my coat. "Merry Christmas, everyone. Mom, Dad, sorry you had to find out like this." She kind of forced my hand. "Brother, you've got your deadline on that offer. Wife, your stuff's packed. Storage units in your name. Keys with the divorce papers. Don't come to the house." Walked out to my truck. Hands were shaking when I started the engine, but I was grinning. Worth it. Update 1. The aftermath was exactly as messy as expected. My brother called that night, screaming about theft, about rigged valuations, about lawyers. Go ahead and lawyer up. Partnership agreement was written by Dad's attorney specifically to prevent exactly this kind of drama. Fair market value buyout or forced sale. Those are your options. You don't have that kind of cash. Actually got a loan approved already. Been working on this for a while. Money's ready to go. He hung up, called back an hour later, more yelling. I stopped answering. My wife showed up at the house next morning. I changed the locks the day before, knew she'd try. Watched through the Ring doorbell as she tried her key. Confusion, then anger building on her face. She started pounding. "Open this door right now." Hit the intercom. "House is in my name. Bought it before we got married. You're not on the deed. Your stuff's in storage like I said. You can't lock me out of my house. It's not your house. Never was. You need to leave. I have rights." "Cool. Discuss them with your lawyer. Right now you're trespassing." She didn't leave. Started full-on screaming about lawyers and rights and how I was going to regret this. Called the cops, non-emergency line, explained the situation calmly. 2 officers showed up. She immediately switched to tears. Victim mode activated. Poor her. Locked out by her cruel husband. Nowhere to go. Cop looked tired. Sir, can you explain? Showed him the divorce filing, the deed showing my sole ownership, the documented affair. Ma'am, this isn't your property. You need to leave. Where am I supposed to go? Cop gestured to my brother's truck parked down the street. He'd been waiting there the whole time, watching. Looks like you got options. After they left, my phone exploded. Her friends, some mutual people, couple of her relatives, all the same energy. I was cruel, vindictive, punishing her for a mistake. Sent them all the same message. She had an affair with my brother for months, lied repeatedly, including in counseling, used our money for hotels. I filed for divorce. If you want to support her through that, go ahead, but I'm done being lied to. Most went quiet. Few doubled down with everyone makes mistakes and you should forgive. Blocked those. My parents called. Mom was still crying. Dad sounded exhausted. Your brother wants to negotiate on the business valuation. Nothing to negotiate. 3 independent appraisals, that's the number. He can't afford to buy you out. Then he accepts my offer or we force sale and split whatever it brings. Those are his options. This is family. He slept with my wife, Dad, using company funds. That's not family. That's betrayal with a side of fraud. Silence. What do you need from a dad? Finally asked. Time, space, that's it. Mom got on. She's telling people you were emotionally distant, that you drove her to this. Mom, I've got screenshots of them mocking me, calling me names, coordinating around my schedule. This wasn't about me being distant. This was about them being selfish. I want to believe you, but I'll send you the evidence, all of it. You can decide for yourself. Sent them everything that night, the texts, the receipts, the timeline. They stopped pushing after that. My brother tried a different approach, showed up at a job site where I was meeting a contractor. We need to talk. Not here. You're really going to do this? Destroy the business over her? Over both of you. You didn't just sleep with my wife, you stole from our company. That's criminal if I want to push it. It's my company too. Was yours and you defrauded it. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. The contractor was backing away slowly, clearly uncomfortable. My brother lowered his voice. What do you want? You want me to beg? I want you to accept the buyout. Take your money, go start over somewhere else. We're done being partners. And if I refuse, then I force the sale. Business goes on the market, we split whatever it sells for after costs and fees. You'll probably net less than my offer you a call. He got in my face. You're tearing this family apart. No. You did that when you started banging my wife. I'm just cleaning up the mess. He shoved me. Not hard, but enough. The contractor stepped between us. All right, that's enough. You got to go, man. My brother left. Contractor looked at me. Family business? Was. Yeah. Those never work out. The real game started soon after. My brother hired a lawyer, filed motions claiming the partnership agreement was invalid, signed under duress, that I'd manipulated the valuation. My lawyer was ready. This is all stalling. Agreement was signed years ago when you formed the business. Both had lawyers. 3 different valuators came to the same number. He's got nothing. What's he trying to do? Either hoping you'll get tired and take less, or he's scrambling to find money to buy you out. Neither's going to work. Meanwhile, my wife was workshopping her victim story. I was emotionally abusive, financially controlling. She'd found real love, and I was punishing her for it. Problem was, we had mutual friends who'd actually spent time with us, who knew what our relationship was really like. Her narrative wasn't sticking. One friend called. She's claiming you gaslit her for years. She's been lying for months and got caught. Now she's mad there are consequences. Yeah, that's what I figured. Just wanted you to know most people aren't buying her version. The counselor I'd been seeing, the one my lawyer recommended, submitted notes to the court. Every session where my wife claimed to want to save the marriage while actively continuing the affair. Her lack of remorse when confronted with evidence, all documented, all submitted with a divorce filing. My brother's wife filed for divorce too. Can't blame her. Their strategy became obvious pretty fast. Delay everything, make it expensive and exhausting for me to fight. Wasn't going to work. I'd planned for this, had the money set aside, had the documentation, had the time. They tried claiming I'd been stealing from the business, hired a forensic accountant who went through every transaction, came back clean. Every withdrawal I made was documented and justified. My brother's expenses, different story. Personal charges on the company card, cash withdrawals with no backup, inflated mileage claims. He's in serious trouble, my lawyer said. This is textbook fraud. You could press criminal charges. Don't want him in jail, just want him out of my business and out of my life. Then keep the pressure on the buyout. He's running out of options. My brother tried one more play, showed up at my parents' house when he knew I'd be there for dinner. Can we talk? Just the 2 of us? Dad looked at me, shrugged. Sure. We went out to the garage. He closed the door. Look, I know I screwed up. Screwed up is forgetting someone's birthday. You deliberately betrayed me for months. I know, I'm sorry. But this business thing, you're taking this too far. Am I? You used company money to cheat with my wife. That's fraud. I'm being generous by just buying you out. I can't afford to start over. That buyout money won't last long. Should have thought about that before. Come on, man. I'm your brother. Yeah, you were. Then you decided to sleep with my wife. Actions have consequences. Fine. You want me to beg? I'll beg. Please, don't do this. We can work something out. There's nothing to work out. Accept the buyout or we force sale. Those are your options. This conversation is over. He grabbed my arm as I turned to leave. You're really going to choose money over family? I looked at his hand on my arm, then at his face. You chose my wife over family. Don't lecture me about priorities. Shook him off and went back inside. Update 2. My brother accepted the buyout eventually. Didn't have a choice. His lawyer told him they'd lose if it went to court. Signed everything at a lawyer's office. Didn't speak to each other. Just signatures. Check handed over. Done. Walked out with full ownership of the business I'd built. He walked out with enough money to not be broke, but nowhere near enough to compete with me. His wife took him apart in their divorce. Got the house, most of the savings, retirement accounts. Turns out judges really don't like cheaters, especially when it's documented. My divorce moved faster than expected. My wife tried fighting for half the business value, alimony, the house, everything. Her lawyer wasn't great, kept filing stuff that got dismissed, making arguments that had no legal basis. Mine was better. Presented the affair evidence, the timeline of lies, the documented dishonesty in marriage counseling, the marital fault. Judge was not sympathetic. Ma'am, you engaged in an affair with your husband's brother, used marital assets to facilitate it, and repeatedly lied in counseling while claiming you wanted reconciliation. I'm not rewarding that behavior. She got her personal belongings, her car, her retirement account. That's it. No house, no business, no alimony. We'd only been married 6 years, and she'd been cheating for a good chunk of it. She lost it in the courtroom. Started yelling about fairness, about how I'd trapped her, how it was all planned. Judge was done. You trapped yourself, ma'am. Your choices led to these consequences. Motion denied. We're finished here. Her family went nuclear. I was vindictive, cruel, heartless. How could I not forgive family? Blocked them all. Didn't need that noise. My family split. Mom tried staying neutral, but eventually sided with Dad, who was firmly in my corner. Some extended family picked sides. One aunt who'd always liked my brother better stopped talking to me. Didn't matter. Family who'd side with someone who betrayed you like that isn't family worth keeping. The business actually got better without my brother. Turns out he'd been the source of most of our problems. Late to jobs, sloppy work, making promises we couldn't deliver. Hired a former military guy to manage projects. Things tightened up fast. Revenue went up. My ex-wife and brother tried making it work for real after everything settled. Lasted maybe a season. Turns out relationships built on lies and betrayal aren't super stable foundations. Heard through mutual connections, they split up. She moved back in with her parents. He moved out of state to work for someone else's company. Got a message from my brother after a while. I know you probably don't want to hear from me, but I wanted to say I'm sorry for all of it. You didn't deserve what we did. Didn't respond. Sorry doesn't rebuild trust. Doesn't undo damage. It's just words. My ex-wife tried reaching out too. New number I hadn't blocked yet. I made a mistake. I see that now. Can we talk? Maybe try again? No. You won't even hear me out? I heard you out for months while you lied to my face. I'm good. I still love you. You loved the life I provided. There's a difference. Lose this number. Blocked her. Here's what nobody tells you about this kind of betrayal. It's not even the cheating itself. It's everything around it. The lies, the planning, the disrespect of thinking you're too stupid to notice, the way they used resources you provided to betray you. That's what cuts. Not that she wanted someone else. People fall out of love, but the sneaking, the gaslighting, the theft of time and money, that was all choice. And my brother? Known him my whole life. Knew everything about me. Still chose this. That's not a mistake. That's character. Update 3. It's been over a year since that Christmas dinner. Time to close this out. The business is doing really well. Expanded into commercial projects. Hired more people. Got better equipment. Turns out not having someone actively creating problems helps a lot. My ex-wife works retail now, from what I heard. Small apartment. Struggling. Part of me feels bad.
Most of me doesn't.
Choices. Consequences. My brother got engaged to someone new. Moved to a different state. We don't talk. Probably never will. Mom wanted everyone together for Christmas this year. I said no. She cried about it. But some things can't be fixed with forced holiday gatherings. Dad got it. Your brother asks about you sometimes. Cool. That's it? Just cool? What else is there to say? He did what he did. I responded. We're done. He's still your brother. Biologically, yeah. Dad sighed but dropped it. The divorce got challenged one more time. My ex-wife's new lawyer tried claiming hidden assets. Another forensic accountant went through everything, came back clean, judge was pissed. This is the second frivolous motion from your client. One more, and I'm sanctioning both of you. That ended it. Final decree came through. Officially done. Sold the house after a while. Too many ghosts. Got a smaller place closer to work. It's mine. Clean slate. Started dating someone recently. Taking it slow. She knows the whole story. Thinks I handled it well. I think I just survived it. Here's what I learned. When something feels wrong, trust that. Don't wait for permission to protect yourself. Don't let anyone guilt you for having boundaries. My ex-wife needed me to be the bad guy, the one who overreacted, who was controlling, who destroyed everything. She needed that to justify her choices. Didn't give it to her. Just presented facts and let them speak. My brother wanted an emotional fight. Drama about family and loyalty and feelings. Wanted chaos. Didn't give him that either. Made it business. Clean, documented by the book. They wanted me to be someone I'm not. Someone who'd blow up or roll over. I was neither. Just calculated. Do I regret the Christmas dinner reveal? Sometimes. Could have been private. But they were planning their thing. Had their timelines. I just moved first. The business is mine now. The house is mine. My life is mine. Someone asked recently if I'd forgive them. Honestly, I don't think about them enough to forgive them. They're just not in my life anymore. That's not bitterness. That's just reality. Betray someone that deeply, you don't get to stay in their story. You become a cautionary tale. My ex-wife posts on social media about growth and second chances. Therapies speak about learning from mistakes. Good for her. But it's not my problem. My brother tells people we had a business falling out. Easier than admitting what he actually did. Whatever helps him sleep. The hardest part wasn't the betrayal. It was rebuilding trust in my own judgment. I'd missed signs, believed lies, gave chances that weren't deserved. That took work. Still working on it. But I'm better at boundaries now. Better at listening to my gut. Better at walking away when something's off. That Christmas dinner ended one life and started another. Wasn't easy, wasn't fun, but it was necessary. They're living with their choices. I'm living with mine. Mine led somewhere better. That's enough.